a thin-walled metallic tube insert designed to restore damaged tube ends. Years later, CTI developed and introduced the CTI full-length tube liner, intended for those units suffering damage throughout the length of the tubes. Tube end erosion corrosion is the most common cause of tube failure and includes problems such as inlet end erosion, stress corrosion cracking, crevice corrosion, and tube OD damage. CTI shields repair these failures and eliminate the need for replacing the entire tube, fixing the problem where the damage occurs, to provide sleeves in many different alloys. The choice is typically a superior but compatible alloy to that of the original tubes. This will increase the erosion corrosion resistance, yet maintain galvanic compatibility. Prior to the installation, tubes are thoroughly cleaned. Tube ends are then wire brushed to the length of the shield and blown clear. Tube ID measurements are taken to determine expansion requirements, and the shields are inserted into each tube end. The flared end is expanded to a torque setting by use of a conventional tube expander. The downstream expansion is controlled with a mechanical stop. The last step is the final flare of the shields, so they conform to the tube-to-tube sheet profile. In the case of high-pressure units, or those containing an online tube cleaning system, shields can be expanded their full length by use of CTI's hybrid expansion technique. Once calibrated, the mandrel is inserted into the shield and the hydraulic pump engaged, expanding the shield into the existing tube. This method works in conjunction with the mechanical expansion at each end, which is accomplished on all shield installations. CTI has also developed a full-length tube liner for those heat exchangers with tubes suffering full-length problems. Once the tube IDs have been thoroughly cleaned, thin-walled alloy liners are installed into the damaged tubes. A sealing chuck that is connected to the CTI hydraulic liner pump is attached to one end, while a bleed chuck is attached to the opposite end. The liner is filled with water, the air released, and the pump is engaged. When the expansion process is completed, the pressure is allowed to dwell and the chucks removed. Liner ends are cut and trimmed flush to the tube sheet, then roller expanded at each end, completing the repair. The cost-effective solution and benefits of installing sleeves while reducing downtime adds years of trouble-free operation to your exchangers, without the costly expense of having to replace entire tubes.